do it. You might have to do it through. I'll try.
If I stand right here, let's see, I don't even know if this mic works.
Looks like it's picking up.
Alright. Check 1, 2, check, check. Check 1, 2, check, check.
What essentially did.
Alright. Because I think I have to be...
Anybody sitting there?
Okay. Welcome to the CIAC Boys Class LLL Championships. Today is March 4th, 2026. This will be the qualifying meet for the C times. Our first event will be the men's 200-yard medley relay, and we are going to see in heat one. There are 2 heats.
Good morning. Welcome to Cornerstone Pool for the 2026 Class LLL Champions. Before Coach rise for our national anthem.
There's a lot of excitement here at Cornerstone Pool as they host the Class LL qualifying meet. We're going to see the 200 men's yard relay. The state title is held by Fairfield Prep with a time of 1:31:56, set back in 2018, and the Class LL record was set by Greenwich in 2014 with a time of 1:31.99.
There's absolutely no flash photography at the start of any race. Please, no flash photography at the start of any race. We recommend that cell phone, so it also does not go off at the start of the race.
All right, in this first heat of 2 in the prelims, you're going to see. Hey, fantastic! And Chris is here. It's heat over. First heat 1 of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Hello, Chris Prentice here at Cornerstone Pool with you. It's the CIAC Boys Class LL Championships. Today, we're so glad to be here back at Cornerstone Pool. It's going to be awesome. Heat 1 of 2 for the very first event. We've just finished the national anthem. We're getting right into it. The 200-yard medley relay. Looking at those records from previous state records set back in 2018. That was Fairfield Prep was able to set that record. 1 minute 31.56 seconds. Class LL record. Let's go, Nate! 1 minute 31 seconds, 6.99. Back in 2014 by Greenwich. Long time ago. In the pool right now. From the top of your screen to the bottom of your screen, lanes 1 to 8 are filled. Lane 1, Fairfield Ludlow. Lane 2, Hamden. Lane 3, Bristol Boys Swim Team. Lane 4, Fairfield. Excuse me, New Fairfield. Lane 5, Glastonbury. Lane 6, New Haven. Lane 8, Easthart. And they are off this. Again, it's a 200-yard medley relay. And as you can hear, the crowd is looking down there right now. It looks like Lane 3 might be able to a slight lead. That's Bristol. Let's take a look at those underwaters. Halfway down the pool before they emerge. Between lane 3 and 5. Bristol Swim and Glastonbury duking it out right there in the middle of the pool.
Let's go, Austin!
Lane 3 is there, lane 5 is there, right behind them, right on their heels. Lane 4, New Fairfield. Who's going to touch the wall first? Looks like lane 5 might have taken the edge there. Glastonbury hits the water. The real jewels in the middle of the pool. Lanes 5, 4, and 3 in that order are your leaders right now. Again, lane 5, that's Glastonbury. About to touch the wall right now. Their next runner hits the water, and there he goes. On his heels, lane 4. New Fairfield, let's see what they can do. Here's the home stretch. And it looks like Glastonbury is going to take the first place spot right here. Lane 5 touches the wall first. 1 minute, 39.44 seconds right behind them. Lane 4, New Fairfield, able to touch the wall. 1 minute, 41.75 seconds. And lane 3, taking the third place spot. 143.58. Very well done, Glastonbury. Very speedy time there.
Lane 5. Got it.
Lieutenant, clear the pool, please. Let's clear the pool, please.
I don't want you to be uncomfortable on top of it, so
Just remind the timers, you need to press the plunger at the end of the race. We did not get a plunger from lane 2, lane 5, or lane 7 in heat 1. So
We just
timers,
finished
make
heat
sure you
number
have the
1.
plunger and press the plunger.
Heat number 1 just finishing up there. Glastonbury able to take the first place spot. Very fast race from Glastonbury. Here we go for heat number 2 in the water. Right now, from the top of your screen to the bottom, lanes 1 through 8 are active. Lane 1 through 8 in this order: Norwalk, Southington, Shelton, Greenwich, Manchester, West Hill, Stamford, Greater New Haven, and Brunel, Stratford. There they go. And heat 2 is a dead heat so far. No discernible leader to the naked eye. We'll have to rely on the scoreboard in a second here to see who touches the wall first. But as I say that, it looks like maybe lane 4. Maybe lane 4 taking the lead here. That's going to be Greenwich. Yeah. just over 25 seconds on that first round down the pool. Greenwich in first place. Looks like lanes 2 and 6. Who's got up for second place? That will be Southington and West Hill Stamford. But Greenwich now maintaining their lead in lane 4. They've got their final swimmer in the pool at 1:17.36. And at this point, it's Greenwich's race to win. It's them all the way in, home stretch. Here it goes. And there's the wall touch. First place goes to Greenwich, 1:40.09. Very fast. Looking at second place on lane 5. We've got Manchester boys, swim team, and in lane 3, third place, Shelton. And we are off to a rollicking good start here at Cornerstone Pool. Once again, if you haven't heard, my name is Chris Prentice. I'm so glad that you joined us here on WHCI. We'd love to have you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can be privy to all the good stuff that we bring you here. We love our viewers and we thank you for your support. It looks like they're going to do some warm-up laps here for a few minutes. The perfect opportunity to take a moment and hit that subscribe button and take a look at the rest of the channel, all the good stuff we've got to offer. We're in the postseason for a lot of our winter sports. Boys basketball from Hall High School is doing very well. If you don't know, last night they managed to get past the first round of the CIAC tournament. That was versus Cheney Tech, a team. I asked one of the players, do you know this team? Have you seen them before? Have you ever played against them? He said, no. We've been watching tape, we've been studying them, and so I think we got their number, and boy was he right. They managed to grab that victory last night, and they're going to move on to another game coming up this Monday, the 9th. So if you can tune in to WHCI or go down to Hall High School yourself, you can see them in person. They'll be there. Also got some hockey wrapping up soon, with also in the postseason. You know, the girls hockey team, Hall Connard, doing very well. They're advancing to the next round of the state tournament as well. All that right here on WHCI, not to mention that we've got today also, it's a busy day here in West Hartford. We've got the Teen Wellness Fair at Hall High School. We're going to have a live reporting from there a little later on in the afternoon. You can head on over to Hall High School. I believe it begins at 1 p.m. It's 1 to 4. It's the Teen Wellness Fair. They've got all kinds of fun and games. They've got bingo. They've got just a way for teens to kind of relax, kick back. They're in a supportive environment. It's an event created for teens by teens. So if you've got a teen and they need a load off, they can head on over to Hall High School down in the cafeteria. They've got it all set up. It's going to be a wonderful time. They do it every year. They're back again. But we'll be bringing that to you right here on WHCI. So feel free, please, peruse the channel. See what we've got for you. Hit that subscribe button. And we're bringing you all kinds of goodies. We're bringing you all kinds of goodies here at WHCI. Quick advertisement, I'm not sure if we'll be able to broadcast it. Definitely not on opening night. But if you don't know, Pops and Jazz, also at Hall High School, has entered its 68th year. There's been 68 years, nearly 7 decades of Pops and Jazz, and it's back. The opening night is this Friday, this coming Friday, the 13th. Usually Friday the 13th is known for maybe some bad luck, but not this time around. This Friday the 13th, we've got Pops and Jazz. It's called Putting It Together. It's the theme of the show. So collaboration and creativity being celebrated with American jazz classics and Broadway favorites. You'll see the best that Hall has to offer from the music department, from the dancers, from the jazz dancers, from the celebrated and award-winning jazz band there at Hall High School. They're even incorporating some of the middle and elementary school kids. They're going to be on display, their talents on display, the up-and-comers. So if you haven't bought tickets for that, please do yourself a favor. It's legitimately a night out. It may be at a high school, but it feels like, if you've never been, do yourself that favor and check it out. It's a beautiful time. So we're looking forward to that. We might be able to get a camera in there. I know they don't want us there for opening night because it's a live event, you know. You gotta get the folks in the room, and they love to do that. But usually before the thing is done, we are able to get in there and get a quick peek. So keep your eyes open for that as well. Man, it's so awesome to come to Cornerstone Pool. I'm always so glad to see that this well-maintained facility is still up and running. It's still going. Hall and Connors swim teams, the boys and girls swim teams, both share this same facility. It's such a multi-purpose and multifaceted facility, well appointed, well decorated, well kept. Thank you to all the hands that go in to make that possible. The athletics department, you know, Mr. Jason Siegel. We've got plant services doing their thing to keep the pool spick and span, ready for action. Serving the community. You know, we're all about community here in West Hartford. So we're just taking a quick, I believe it was a 10-minute break we're taking here for the swimmers to get some warm-up laps, to recalibrate some of the equipment, to get some of our judges in place, to get our timers working just right. The next event you'll see here in this pool, right here at the shimmering waters of Cornerstone Pool, will be event number 2, the 200-yard freestyle. Taking a look at the previous records, goodness gracious, Kiernan Smith back in 2018 set both the state record and the Class LL record. The state record is 1 minute 34.89 seconds. Class LL 1 minute 35.18 seconds. Both set by the same person, Kiernan Smith, in 2018. We've got 5 heats of that coming up. And that's going to be a good time. We got a few minutes before that comes up. I believe it's scheduled to start. Oh boy, they've got the schedule down to a T here. It's scheduled to start at 11:27 a.m. So just a few more minutes before we get there. It's an excellent opportunity once again to peruse our channel, see what else we've got for you. We've got some hockey games, some freshly played hockey games that you can take a look at after this, of course. We've got some basketball. We've got plays and all kinds of great things from the past. And a quick plug, an additional plug, I suppose, for WHCI. If you've got a young one looking for something to do this summer, the Be the Media Summer Camp is going to be up and running as always. If you don't know what that is, we have 2 groups. We have an elementary age group and then a slightly older, closer to middle school age group. Kids come in with their ideas for movies, and we help them. Within a week, we put together a movie with these kids. We do everything from script writing to editing to character creation to filming to Foley art, all of it. We do it all in a week, and we come out with some excellent stuff. You can find that on the channel as well if you type in Be the Media Summer Camp. You'll see all kinds of short films there. Some of my personal favorites, one of my personal favorites, you know, not tooting my own horn here, but Hot Dog Bob. I mean, I'm in that one. That's one of my favorites. But it's just such a creative film. We were able to put that one together, I think, 2 years ago. And I just, you know, I love doing it. So there's so many great ones that you can check out on that channel. If you want to go ahead and take a look at that, please do yourself that favor. If you've got a young creative in your house looking for something to do this summer, it'd be a great thing. It'd be a great thing to sign them up for. Sign-ups are available now. You can check with Leisure Services to see how to get that going. This is the, I've just been handed hot off the presses, some results from the previous event, event number 1. It's confirmed Glastonbury able to take the first place spot there. Able to wrap the entire race up, 1:39.44. Very speedy indeed. A few seconds off the record, but not too shabby at all. Greenwich right behind them at 1:40.09. So less than a second, maybe half a second behind. Very impressive. And then Manchester boys, the Manchester boys swim team able to wrap it up in 1:41.67. So congratulations to those 3 teams and to all of our swimmers. They've all done very, very well. Some extraordinary swim seasons coming to a head right here in the postseason. I do have to mention there's one lane 8, or rather, yes, lane 8 in heat number 2. It looks like Ronald Stratford hit with a DQ. I'm not sure exactly why, but they did not qualify as a finish on that previous event. But moving right along, here comes event number 2. It's the 200-yard freestyle. Lanes 2 through 6 are active right now. From Hamden High School in lane 2, David Charkow. Lane 3 from East Hartford, Brandon Quach. John Astle, a senior from Bristol, in lane 4. Lane 5, David Miller from New Fairfield. And from Shelton, lane 6, Sameth Varankarampa. It looks like David Miller in lane 5 out to a bit of a lead over the pack there. Right behind him, we got John Ash in lane 4, or John Astle. Lanes 5, 4, and 6 in that order are your top 3 swimmers right now. This again, the 200-yard freestyle. Maintaining his lead, lane 5, David Miller, the senior from New Fairfield. Last touching the wall at 1:28.73, and right behind him in lane 4. It's going to be John Astle touching the wall at 1:30.2. Cruising into the first place finish. Lane number 5, David Miller, the senior from New Fairfield. Just over 2 minutes, 2:01.15. Very well done. And we're moving swiftly along as looks like we've got 5 heats here. Swimmers being asked to clear the pool. As we get ready, we're going to have all 8 lanes filled on heat number 2. We're going to have lanes 1 through 8 in the following order. We'll see from Manchester, Elena Chalfant in lane 1. Lane 2, Brennan Carreri from Glastonbury. Lane 3, Omar Bastine, a junior from Norwalk. There's the start. Lane 4, Patrick Taipa from West Hill. Lane 5, Luke Dolan. Lane 6, Jeffrey Cheng. Lane 7, Jack Valenti. Lane 8, Julian Horst. All grade levels represented in the pool, and they're all pretty much neck and neck. We'll have to rely on the scoreboard. Who touches first? By a hair, lane 2 at that last wall touch is just ahead of lane 8, touching at 26.85, and lane 8, 26.7, or rather 26.97. So just over a tenth of a second ahead is lane 2. But it's still anybody's race right now. I feel we'll see some shifting in the lead. Lane 2 maintaining first place, but now in second place it looks like lane 3. About half a second behind. Lane 2 is going to be from Glastonbury, Brennan Carreri. Separating lanes 2 and 4. Incredible. 128.09 and 128.1 is the difference at that last wall touch between Brennan Carreri and Patrick Taipa. But once again, we'll see another shift. Brennan Carreri managed to grab the lead early and hang on to it. Lane 2 from Glastonbury. The sophomore touching the wall in under 2 minutes. 158.53, and behind him in lane 6, we've got Jeffrey Cheng coming out of Greater New Haven. 159.29 seconds. Luke Dolan in lane 5. He's representing Brunel Stratford, touching the wall at 159.75. Very, very close race. Very close race. And we've cleared the pool for heat number 3. Once again, all 8 lanes are active. And there they go. From the top of your screen to the bottom, lanes 1 to 8 in this order. Yassine Kassim from Glastonbury. Knox Thompson from Manchester. Ryan Kenny from Glastonbury. Adon Palaj from Bristol. TJ Nelson from Greenwich. Christopher Micah from Bristol. Luca Rubio from Shelton. And in lane 8, Andrew Hickey from East Lyme. Checking that scoreboard. Very, very close between lanes 4 and 5. 1/100th of a second separating the 2 swimmers. That'll be Aiden Palaj and TJ Nelson. Lane 4 at that last wall touch. 52.22 seconds. Lane 5, 52.47. Lanes 4, 5, and 3 in that order are your leaders at the moment. Here's another wall touch. Lane 4 once again touching first. 119.3. Lane 5, 120.82, and lane 3, 120.9. full 2 seconds ahead of the next fastest swimmer. He touched the wall at 1:46.24 seconds. Lane 2, Knox Thompson, grabbing the second place spot at 1:48.72. Very well done, boys. Here comes heat number 4. Once again, we'll see all 8 lanes active. From the top of the pool to the bottom of the pool. From the top of your screen to the bottom, in this order: Kyle Bilodeau, Cameron Sundal, Dylan Dawes, Hunter Bodie, Jack Smith, Taryn Gias, Benjamin Rano, and Sebastian Kazuski. So I guess we'll keep an eye on lane 8. And it is neck and neck out of the gate here. We'll see who touches the wall first. Not able to distinguish with the naked eye. If I had to guess though, I would give it to lane 3, but only by a hair. Yeah, it looks like lane 3 touching the wall first there. 24.72 seconds. But hot on his heels. Hot, hot, hot is lane 4. 24.88. And lane 5, 24.94. 3, 4, and 5 in that order. Your leaders in this race. That's Dylan Dawes, Hunter Bodie, and Jack Smith. A little bit of shuffling in that order now. Lane 4 out to a little bit of a lead. That'll be Hunter Bodie. Both lanes 3 and 4 representing Greenwich, a junior and a senior. There's the wall touch. Lane 4 maintaining a slight lead over 5. Bodie and Jack Smith duking it out now, right in the center of the pool. And here comes the final pass down the pool. It looks like lane 4 has got it locked in. That's Hunter Bodie taking first place, 146.42. In lane 5, Jack Smith, 147.62. And in lane 3, at 148.83, that's Dylan Dawes. Well done, once again, to all of our swimmers. Some speedy times. And the swimmers have been instructed to remove themselves from the pool as we get ready for heat number 5. We're just about on time for that. Once again, we've got 8 lanes active. From the top of your screen to the bottom in this order: Michaelo Shenek, John Del Garcia, Giancarlo Rubio, Charlie Coven, Christian Sanchez, Stephen Lugos, Nathan Head, and Lucas Kavelski. There they go. Again, it's very even. It's going to be hard to tell just by looking. We'll take a look at the scoreboard in a sec to see who is in the technically in the lead, and that's going to be lane 3. 2/10 of a second, or 2/100 of a second rather, ahead of lane 5. So that's lane 3. Giancarlo Rubio, representing Shelton, the senior. Out to a slight lead. Let's see if he can maintain it. He might be overtaken here. Is that lane 6? No, that's lane 5. Lane 5, that's Christian Sanchez, the junior from Norwalk. He touched the wall at 51.96 seconds. Managed to overtake and grab the lead, and he looks like he wants to maintain it. 0.6 of a second separating lanes 4 and 5. Charlie Coven and Christian Sanchez going back and forth, exchanging the lead here. It looks like it might be Charlie on his final pass down the pool. Charlie Coven in lane 4. There it is. Grabbing the first place spot, 145.43. Great job to Charlie there in lane 5. Second place, Christian Sanchez, 146.57. And the gentlemen have been asked to clear the pool. That's all 5 heats. The 200-yard freestyle is in the books. Kiernan Smith, your record is safe for now. No one quite able to reach that goal. Well done back in 2018. You had a heck of a year. Looking ready now for event number 3. That's going to be the 200-yard individual medley.
Yeah, the 200-yard individual medley. This will be heat number 1. Mr. Referee.
We've got another 5 heats coming at you. This first heat will only see 3 swimmers in the pool, lanes 3, 4, and 5, as they take their marks. Two swimmers from East Hartford in lanes 3 and 5. In the middle, lane 4 from West Hill. We've got Jai Cabrera, Roman Viscalic, and Ryan Thompson in that order, lanes 3, 4, and 5, in the water right now for heat number 1 of the 200-yard IM. Here comes lane 4. That's Roman, the freshman out of West Hill. Going to touch the wall first there at just under 33 seconds. He touches at 32.88, and the only swimmer to finish sub 33 there. Lanes 3 and 5 both touching at 33.61 and 33.63. Entering the backstroke phase. And Roman is cruising right now. Way out ahead of the pack. Taking a look back at the state record, 2015 is the last time one was set. That was Thomas Dillinger. The state record he set in 2015, 147.22. Class LL record, also set by him, 149.04, both in 2015. Ahead of the rest of the pack here. He's already on the freestyle portion of the race. And he's just going to glide in. Touch the wall nice and calm. There it is. Grabbing the first place spot. Lane 4, that's Roman. Roman, the freshman from West Hill, Stamford. Touching the wall at 240.6. There's lane 3, Jai Cabrera from East Hartford, the junior. He touches at 252.29. And in lane 5, Ryan Thomas, another freshman from East Hartford. Touching the wall at 256.76. Well done, boys. Well done, swimmers. next heat is scheduled to start momentarily. That'll be heat 2 of 5. We got 4 more heats of this coming. The 200-yard individual medley. As our table judges go ahead and jot down those times, we get ready. Our next swimmers are getting ready to take their marks now. We'll see all 8 lanes active in this next one. We'll see schools represented like Shelton, New Fairfield, East Lyme, Norwalk, Bristol, New Haven. There's our in-house PA letting us know heat number 2 is about to get underway. There might have been a scratch. There's no one swimming in lane 2. But lanes 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are indeed active. Ryad Drissy in lane 1, Caleb Blanchard in lane 3, Nazari Dimitriko is in lane 4, Jin Hun is in lane 5, Richard Rozansky in lane 6, Kelly Biasetti in lane 7, and Ayman Elaziz in lane 8. And lane 3 right now onto a nice lead, Caleb Blanchard, a senior from East Lyme. It's lane 6. Go! 229.34. First place for lane 6, Richard Rozansky, the freshman. The freshman on the Bristol boys swim team. Very well done.
Sorry for my hair.
That'll do it for heat number 2. As we move along, we're getting ready now for heat number 3 of this event. Once again, this is the 200-yard individual medley. Swimmers are clearing the pool. The results are being tallied and recorded. Here comes heat number 3. I'm told all 8 lanes will be going here. We got lane 1 to 8 in this order.
Heat number 3.
Owen Giamarco, Connor Clark, Dan Lee, Gus Schumacher, Liam Laughlin, Mason Head, Marcus Ruggiero, and Brandon Verusio. Representing Shelton, Greater New Haven, Greenwich, Fairfield, Ludlow, Enfield, Hamden, East pool from the edges. From the edges, the teammates and the coaches cheering, whistling, whooping and hollering, letting their presence be known. Lane 5 out to a lead here at that wall touch. That's Liam Laughlin, the sophomore from Fairfield Ludlow. Backstroking their way down the pool. Lanes 4 and 5 cruising right now. 5 out to a slight lead over 4. No, scratch that. Lane 4 out to a slight lead. That's Gus Schumacher and Liam Laughlin. Both able to touch the wall. The only two swimmers in the pool that last pass down the way. Able to make it through in under a minute. Touching the wall at 1:33.33. Lane 5 right behind him, 1:34.48. And it's going to be a battle between lanes 3 and, or rather, lanes 4 and 5. Pardon me. There it is, lane 4 locking it in. 2:02.85 and lane 5, 2:03.33. Excellent job to Gus Schumacher. Excellent job to Liam Laughlin. The rest of our swimmers coming in, excellent job to them as well. Looks like we've got some official results from the previous event, event number 2. Charlie Coben, the first place swimmer out of 37 swimmers. Charlie Coben out of Greenwich, the senior, the fastest swimmer in that previous event. That was the 200-yard freestyle. Well done to him. Moving on to heat number 4. It's the 200-yard individual medley.
Come on.
Looks like lane 4 might be out to a bit of a lead here. And there's the scoreboard to prove it. Hang on, lane 5 just ahead of him. Oh no, scratch that, I don't know my numbers. Lane 4 just ahead of lane 5. In the water right now, lane 1, Johnny Wren, lane 2, Anthony Korkavas, lane 3, Jacob Christensen, lane 4, our current leader, Matt Bertner, lane 5, the current contester of our leader, Austin Carr, lane 6, Jackson Lai, lane 7, Theodore Crawford, and then lane 8, Alex Cornell. And lane 4 extending to a healthy lead there, finishing that previous lap nearly 3 full seconds ahead of the second place swimmer. Matt Bergner on a mission right now. Second place in lane 3, Jacob Christensen, 2 minutes, 5.8 seconds. And then lane 5, third place, 2:07.15. That'd be Austin Carr.
Please, everyone, hands up the floor, please. Hands up the floor, please.
Back up.
And we're here with heat number 5. My run sheet shows 8 swimmers. My eyes only show 7. So I believe there was another scratch here. But heat number 5 of the 200-yard IM currently being led by, it looks like lane 3. So in lane 1 we've got Troy Torres, and lane 2 Santiago Petraglia. Lane 3 our current leader Tyler Swoka. Lane 4 Colin Bucaria. Lane 5 Connor McMahon. Lane 6 Ryan Kress. Lane 7 Oliver McGann. And lane 8, no swimmer. Touching the wall first there is lane 3. Still leading is Tyler Soka. Lane 4 is right behind him, though. He's got to watch out. Colin, out of Greenwich, rather, is coming right for him. The 2 seniors. Lane 3. Tyler, and lane 4, Colin. One from Glastonbury, one from Greenwich. And it looks like an overtake might have happened here. There it is. Lane 4 now in first place. In the books. Lane 4 touching the wall finally at 2:01.52. It'll be Colin Bucaria. Lane 3 taking the second place spot. Tyler Soka, 2:02.69. And in third place is lane 5, Connor McMahon, 2:05.49. Excellent race to all of our swimmers. We'll see how that tallies up in the final score.
Our next event is a 50-yard freestyle. This will be heat number 1 of the 50-yard freestyle.
And we're moving on to our next event, event number 4. The 50-yard freestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is a sprint. It might be over if you blink. Though this is not the time to get up and go get a sandwich. You're going to miss it. They're in the water. One time down the pool, one time back. The freestyle stroke is what's being used. This is heat number 1 of 5 in the pool. Lanes 3 through 6. John Safka, Joshua Schwarm, Katie Kunbo, and Silas Young. It's neck and neck. We're going to have to rely on the scoreboard here. If I had to give it to one, I'd say maybe lane 5. Let's see. It's lane 5. Everybody finishing in under 27 seconds. A tight race. Kade Kokubo, the senior from Hamden, able to finish first there. Looking at the record, so you can see how close we got to the record there. Everyone finished in just over 26 seconds. The record is 20 seconds. The state record is 20.18 back in 2015 by Edward Moss. Class LL 20.24 in 2018 by Oliver Russ. Here come 8 more swimmers. Here's heat 2. Gabriel Gianmarco, Jackie Tang, Keaton Kroll, John Fox, Luke Dolan, Miguel Hayes, John Proby, and Johan Domingue. Once again, if you blink, you'll miss it. They're almost done. They're back. We'll see who grabs it. I'm going to say lane 5. Looks like we didn't get a reset of the scoreboard, so I'm not quite sure. We'll have to rely on the judges' table after the fact. They'll let us know what happened. But I'm not able to give you an official winner for that heat. As soon as I'm updated, you will be too. I do have the results from our previous event. The 200-yard IM, Colin Bucaria from Greenwich, the senior, grabbing first place overall. Well done. 201.52. Excellent race from him. Tyler Soka in second place there, and Gus Schumacher, the freshman. We're going to see big things from him. Only a freshman finishing third among a sea of seniors. Looks like we're maybe trying to get a reset on the scoreboard. I'm sure the judges table has the official times and whatnot. But it's nice for the folks in the room to be able to get an idea of what's going on down in the water. And speaking of folks in the room, this place is packed to the gills. No pun intended. I know it's kind of a water pun. It wasn't that great of a pun, but it's full in here. They put in extra stands over here on the side that aren't normally here, and every seat is full. If you're in the parking lot, good luck finding a spot. There's nowhere. And it's so beautiful to see so many families, so many friends, so many cousins, so many aunties and uncles coming out to support the young swimmers here. Is a beautiful thing. People coming from all over the state to support the young ones here. I love seeing it. I love seeing the team spirit that we always see at these events. So thank you to all the coaches and all the athletic departments and directors. I know it's a lot of work. Many hands make light work, they say, but it's a lot of work to get all of this together. And it takes a lot of collaboration, a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls. So thank you to all of them. Thank you to the families, to the moms and the dads who chauffeur the kids back and forth to the swim meets, to the practices, helping to facilitate something like this. It's an awesome thing. It's a beautiful thing to see. We're looking to get ready for the third heat here of the 50-yard freestyle. Looks like I just saw a thumbs up from somebody. We'll see what that means in a sec. See if that gets us up and running here. Because our swimmers are in place, and boy, are they ready.
All right, this will be heat number 3.
Here we go. We got the thumbs up, and the energy is up. The swimmers are up. We're getting started. Heat number 3. This time around. Southington, Glastonbury, Westville, Greenwich, Bristol, Hamden, East Lyme, all represented in the water. Let's see who can finish first place in this heat. Looks like lane 4 might have a bit of an edge. We'll see. There it is, lane 4. 22.87 seconds. Very fast. Very fast. Only about 2 seconds off the record there.
Okay, heat number 4, Mr. Referee.
Let's go!
Here comes heat number 4. We got another 8 swimmers coming your way. Ryan Collins, Nicholas Parisi, Peter Walsh, Wim McCarthy, Shom Pesaja, Henry Taft, Nicholas Laverne, and Aaron Brewer. Looks like there was an errant buzzer there. I don't think the swimmers were ready. I don't think that one's official. I think we'll have to reset the clock. No one dove into the water. There was a buzzer, but a test of the focus for our swimmers. We'll get a quick reset of the clock and we'll get this one going. And they're off. Once again, it's too tough to call just with the naked eye. If I had to give it to someone, it looks like lane 3, but maybe lane 4. I don't know. They're really battling it out. Who's got the longer arms? Lane 3 does. Wow. 200ths of a second of a separation between lanes 3 and 4. 22.02 seconds for lane 3, 22.05 seconds for lane 4. Peter Walsh, Wim McCarthy. Excellent race. Excellent race by both of them.
Heat number 5, Mr. Referee.
Here comes heat number 5. 8 lanes active once again. In lane 1 through 8 in this order. Forgive me for mispronunciation here. I'm going to do my best. Aristosis Mastrigiotti, the senior from New Fairfield in lane 1. Benjamin Morales, Grant Flip, CJ Johnson, Alejandro Salfon, Corinne Herbert, Yassine Kassim, and Brendan Gallant. The race is over. It's lane 3 in first place. 22.22. Grant Church, the sophomore from Glastonbury. Folks, I told you if you blink, you miss it. This one's an all-out sprint.
Pools now open for 15 minutes. Pools open, 15 seconds only.
We just witnessed event number 4, the 50-yard freestyle. Quite the sprint indeed. We'll get official results for that as soon as the judges table is ready to provide them, and I will let you know who the overall winner for that one was. But it looks like we're hitting a 15-minute clear the pool break. Open for swimming. If swimmers want to warm up, stay warm, whatever it is. We've got some events coming up that perhaps they will need to warm up for. Event number 6 will be next when we return. That'll be the 100-yard butterfly. You're watching WHCI. My name's Chris Prentice. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. stages, we are back. We're getting ready right now for heat number 1 of 5. It's the 100-yard butterfly. Hitting the water right now, Ethan Perez, Zachary Umaro, Brandon Barusio, and Caleb Blanchard. There they go. 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and a senior. Taking up lanes 3 through 6. Once again, this is the 100-yard butterfly, event number 6. Looking at that record, the state record, set back in 2017 by Corey Gambardella, 48.14 seconds, 2017. And in 2016, John Montesi, 48.41. That's the state LL record, or rather the class LL record. Got some official results for you. That blink if you miss it event, the 50-yard freestyle. Peter Walsh, the sophomore from Glastonbury, the overall fastest with 22.02 seconds. Well done. Well done, Peter. And right now it looks like Zachary Umaro. There he is. The freshman from Norwalk, going to grab the first place spot in this heat. Touching the wall at 104.69. Clearing the pool now is heat number 1. Here come the swimmers from heat number 2 taking their positions. From the top of your screen to the bottom in the following order you will see Nicholas Levine, Ibrahim Nazim, Angad Sonapal, Ula Dizalidu, Aleshiki, Lucas Andrews, Kiernan Drum, Brandon Quash, and Maxwell Estava. Once again, forgive any pronunciations there. These are all cold reads for me. I'm going to do my darndest, though. Looks like lane 4 out to a lead right now. And the scoreboard reflects it. The first to touch the ball there, 26.75. In lane number 4. The senior from Southington, grabbing the first place spot. Touching the wall, the only one in the pool right now to touch the wall in under a minute, 57.85 seconds. Well done to him.
Hey guys, blue pool, please.
And as they clear the pool, we get ready. Another 8 swimmers about to hit the water. We're going to have Benjamin Mao, Joseph Cosma, Nathan Rudolph, Holden Kudlock, Giancarlo Rubio, Gavin Cruz, Santiago Petraglia, and Jonathan Kim. They represent Norwalk, Greenwich, Glastonbury, Shelton, Bristol, West Hill, all in the water right now. And looks like lane 4 is out to a strong lead. He's nearly a full second ahead of the second place swimmer. That's Holden Kudlock in lane 4, the senior from Glastonbury. And he's cruising right on in. The Guardian's showing up big right now. There it is, locking it in. Way under a minute. 51.55 seconds there. They clear the pool and we get ready for our next set of 8. Hitting the water next, Colin McFall, Ethan Shee, Dane Paulson, Dylan Dawes, Ethan Petrola, Liam Laughlin, Jasper Jenkins, and Johnny Wren. .14 is lane 4. That's Dylan Dawes. And the junior from Fairfield not giving an inch. Grabbed that first place spot and hung on to it, touching the wall there before anybody else. 51.9 seconds. Well done, Dylan. Swiftly moving along now, we hit heat number 5. This once again is the 100-yard butterfly.
Heat number 5.
8 lanes active, Anthony Korkmaz, Nathan Charon, Cameron Songdal, Christian Sanchez, William Krajewski, Oliver Magnum, Nicholas Carisi, and David Miller are all in the water. Be something special about lane 4 because once again, that's our leader. That's Christian Sanchez, able to touch the wall there at 23.82. There it is, very fast. 50.87 seconds. Done. Lane 4, Christian Sanchez. And as soon as the results are official, I'll bring those to you as well once our judges table finishes tallying the numbers. They'll update us and I'll update you, but at the moment we're getting ready for event number 7. It's the 100-yard freestyle. I'm looking at that record. Back in 2014, Alexander Lewis was able to set the state record, 44.16 seconds, the Class LL record, 44.57 seconds. Here comes heat number 1. We'll have 3 swimmers. Jacob Piasek, Tanner Emerson, and Colton King Ahmad. There they go. Tanner coming out to a bit of a lead right now. He's not uncontested though. Colton's right on his heels. 28.69 from Tanner Emerson there in lane 4. Lane 5, 29.39. That'll be Colton King Ahmad. But as I say that, I see a gap forming. Jamison out of Norwalk, the senior, pulling away with it now. First place this heat goes to Tanner. 59.86 seconds. Got some official results from the 100-yard butterfly. Christian Sanchez from Norwalk, the junior, able to finish that whole race under a minute, 50.87 seconds, and he is the top finisher for that previous event. Well done to Christian Sanchez. Able to keep it together and lock it in there. Here comes heat number 2 for event number 7, the 100-yard freestyle. We're going to have 8 swimmers. There they go, in the water right now. From Fairfield Ludlow, the freshman, Kiernan Gunasik-Brampu, Aristides Mastrigonis-Nidis, Kede Konabu, Jeremy Oliveira, Daniel Oliveira, Keaton Kroll, John Krun, and John Siepka. Leading the way right now, but only by a hair, is lane 1. It's going to be Kiernan, the freshman from Fairfield. Let's see if he can hang on to it. He touched the wall at 26.04. Right behind him, though, 26.29, I believe it was lane 5, Daniel Oliveira. This is going to be a tight race to the end, it looks like. There it is, lane 2, able to squeak in, 54.89 seconds. Aristides, the senior from New Fairfield. Here comes our third heat. From the top of your screen to the bottom in this order, you will see Jack Valenti, Kirim Herbert, Hudson Majewski, William Hanna, Tyler Soka, Taryn Diaz, Ryan Collins, and Owen Gianmarco. They represent Sheldon, Hamden, Greenwich, Glastonbury, and West Hill Stamford. The pool, it looks like lane 5. No, lane 4. 23.61 seconds. That's William Hanna, the senior from Greenwich. Oh, this is going to be tight. It's either lane 4 or 5. It's 4. 48.99 to 49.22. Well done to William Hanna in lane 4, the senior from Greenwich. Well done to Tyler Soka, the senior, lane 5 from Glastonbury. Both finishing in under 50 seconds. Very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Number 4, this is seat number 4, Mr. Referee.
Here comes our 4th heat. Once again, the 100-yard freestyle, event number 7. Abiraj Prada, Austin Carr, Grant Shirt, CJ Johnson, Beckett Krajewski, Bowden Pavlichuk, Noah Pagan, and John Fox, all in the pool from lanes 1 to 8 in that order. Out by a hair in the lead is lane 5, touching the wall at 23 seconds flat. Right behind him, lanes 3 and 4, 23.71, tied in second place. Lane 5 is going to be Beckett Krajewski. 3 and 4, Grant Shirt and CJ Johnson. Let's see what our final tallies are. Lane 5 able to hang on to it. 48.65 seconds. Well done to Beckett, sophomore from Manchester. Heat number 5, we got another 8 swimmers hopping in the water momentarily. Benjamin Morales, John Del Garcia, Shom Hazacha, Charlie Cogan, Alejandro Chalafant, Ryan Kress, Carter Orlando, and Jackie Tyne. Representing East Lyme, New Fairfield, West Hill Stanford, Greenwich, Manchester, Glastonbury, all in the water. This is going to be a tight one. Who's touching the wall first? It looks like lane 4. 23.48 seconds. And it looks like he might be extending his lead a bit. Let's see if he can hang on to that momentum as we enter the final push. It looks like he's got it by a full body length. First place. 48.05 seconds for lane 4. That's Charlie Cogan. Well done. All right, we're getting ready for event number 8. That's going to be the 500-yard freestyle. Remember how that first 50-yard freestyle was an all-out sprint? Well, this one's a little bit more of a pace yourself kind of event. It's literally 10 times as long. So if you don't know, this pool from end to end is 25 yards. So they've got to do 500 yards. The first one was 1 pass down and 1 pass back. We're going to have to do 10 times as much swimming. So this one's more about breath control, more about pacing yourself, more about your underwaters as you push off the wall, your dive ins, your dolphin kicks. Technique, cardiovascular strength, way more important than all-out speed. Once again, we'll have 5 heats on this one. The first one, we'll see 4 swimmers. We'll see Jack Freeman, William Smith, Kevin Walsh, and Angel Boada Venezuela. A sophomore and 3 freshmen hitting the water. Looking at the record, boy, that Kiernan Smith had a year in 2018. He set the record here as well. It looks like there's actually been a scratch here. It looks like lane 6 is not active. So Angel's not joining us this time around. Just Jack, William, and Kevin. 2 freshmen from Norwalk and New Fairfield, and a sophomore, Jack Freeman, there in lane 3. He's from Shelton. Our officials just doing a bit of officiating, it looks like. They've called our swimmers down from their perches, just to make sure everything's squared away, of course. This is no time for clerical errors. Making sure we've got it all lined up. Once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. WHCIAC, we can't do it without you guys. So please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share this with a friend. You know, we've got lots of family and far off lands across this country, across this nation. They can all join in and be a part of this community. West Hartford Community Interactive, right? It's right in our name. It's right in our motto, for the community, by the community. To make a community, it takes work, it takes effort. We don't mind putting it in. We just ask for a little bit of help. to click and share that link with a friend or a family member, grow our community that much bigger. Once again, we thank you if you've already done it, and if you haven't, we encourage you. Please consider it. And as you can see, there's some community on the edge of the pool right now. Fellow swim team members holding in signs under the water. I told you this is a long swim. So the swimmers in the water might not be able to keep track of exactly how many passes down the pool they've done. So they've got their teammates there literally holding in numbered signs into the water, letting them know you have so many laps left, or you've completed this many thus far. So settle in, folks. Swimmers completing their third pass down the pool now, entering their fourth pass. Right now it looks like lane 3 is out to a lead, but it's early yet. As I was saying before, Kiernan Smith back in 2018, he had a heck of a year that year. He set the state record not only for our previous event, but for this event as well. In 2018, he set the state record, 4 minutes, 18.83 seconds. He was able to do all 500 yards. And for the Class LL record, 4:21.37. And as you can see, the record times are over 4 minutes. This is the type of race that typically lasts about 5-ish minutes. It can be a long haul. Which is why you don't see our swimmers right now going all out. This is not a sprint. This is a test of endurance more than anything else. Looks like Jack Freeman is still hanging on to his lead. We're not done yet. They're completing their 9th pass down the pool. Halfway point of this race right now. Lane 3 still hanging on to a lead. Able to touch the wall previously there at about 3:08. 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Some incoming results from the previous event number 7. That was the 100-yard freestyle. Our overall top finisher, Charlie Coben, the senior out of Greenwich. He managed minutes to wrap it up in 48.05 seconds. That is very fast. So congrats to him. Well done. And once again, the moment I'm notified of updates and official results, I will let you know. As you can see, I mean, this is a long haul of a race. You got the 500-yard freestyle as our swimmers complete and embark on their 17th and 18th passes down the pool. There's the bell. That bell ringing for lane number 5. He's a freshman from New Fairfield. The purpose of that bell is to let him know he's about to bring it home and finish first. There it is. First place goes to lane 5. Kevin Walsh, the freshman from New Fairfield. 6:27.39. Well done. And this one's in the books. Our judges and officials will do their thing. They'll officiate, they will judge, and they will bring us official results once this one's all wrapped up. But we got a few more heats yet to come. This one's another 5-heat event. That was heat number 1. Only 3 swimmers there, but according to my sheet, we'll see 8 swimmers in all the subsequent heats.
Heat number 2. Heat number 2 is the referee.
Here comes John Wesley, Trevian Richard, Shane Marks, Diego Ramirez, Gabriel Gianmarco, Daniel Beek, Ethan Brown, and Edward Bagani. Attributed to lane 4. Not up to a large margin. He's literally 1/100th a second ahead of lane 7. Lane 4 is going to be Diego Ramirez. Lane 7, Ethan Brown. But once again, we're still under a minute in this race. They're only completing rather, their 4th pass down the pool, just starting on their 5th. Quite a ways yet to go. lane 4, Diego Ramirez, sophomore out of Norwalk, is hanging on to his lead. Extending it even. He's about half a lap ahead of the rest of the pack. Like this is definitely a test of focus. Can you master your technique? How's your turnaround? Look at that push off the wall there. Can you maximize that push off? Can your dolphin kicks, your underwaters, can those carry you a good distance away down the pool? Can you save your strength? Can you conserve your energy? Can you master when to take a breath and for how long? And not master it just for a second, for the entire duration of the race. As you've seen, it can be upwards of 5 minutes of intense focus, intense practice coming into action here. It takes a lot. This is not for the faint of heart. He established it early, and he has hung on to it this entire race, and here he comes for his final pass down the pool right there in lane 4. And that's that. 5:59.01 for lane 4, Diego Ramirez. Second place going to lane 5, third place to lane 3. That's Gabriel Gianmarco and Shane Marks. This one's in the books, folks. Once again, I'll let you know our official overall results as soon as they're all in. This one may take a minute. It's a big, big race. Getting ready for heat number 3 now. We will see from the top of your screen to the bottom in the following order. Julian Horst, Kian Lord, Peter Waltz, Henry DeHaven, Knox Thompson, Benjamin Morano, Aaron Bower, and David Charcot. they take their marks and prepare to lead us into heat number 3.
All right, heat number 3,
Swimmers coming out with a bit more gusto this time around. Heat number 3, a lot of energy in the pool. It's a long race. A lot of swimmers here wanting to establish themselves early as the lead and then set a pace that they can maintain throughout the race. Trying to find that balance between, you know, keeping a decent pace but not burning out. Like I said, you're going to have to keep this pace up for maybe up to 5 minutes. And one strategy could be get out to an early lead and just hang on to it. The other could be kind of like a rope-a-dope technique where you hang back, you let the others tire themselves out, and then at the end you turn on the jets. Well, we'll see what plays out here. Looks like lanes 3 and 4 are battling for the first place spot. I'm gonna say lane 4 is out to a slight lead. About half a second ahead of lane 3 is lane 4. That's Henry DeHaven in lane 4 and Peter Walsh in lane 3. Last wall touch, lane 4. Got the lead there, Henry DeHaven. And he's extending it. Gonna touch the wall again here. 255.51. Something to prove right now. He is able to maintain this pace. He's going to be doing quite well. He shows no signs of slowing at this point, and he's about 3/4 of the way through. Still hanging on to his lead. Able to finish that lap in under 4 minutes. The only one able to finish in his heat at least. The only one able to finish and touch the wall on pass number, 16. Before the others, far before the others. And there goes the bell for Henry. like he's going to be finishing well ahead of the rest of the pack here. Already starting on his final pass down the pool while others are just making it to the far end. What a race from this freshman. There it is. Under 5 minutes. Henry DeHaven, lane 4. 4 minutes, 53.97 seconds. Look out for this kid. Henry DeHaven, the freshman from Greenwich. Lane 3 going to take the second place spot. Lane 5 taking the third place spot. It'll be Peter Walsh and Knox Thompson. Glastonbury and Manchester there being represented. But an excellent race to Henry DeHaven. Well done. Once again, when our judges and our officials provide me with the official results of this one, I will let you know. But until then, we move forward. And this one's official. This race is done. Moving on to heat number 4 now.
Okay, gentlemen, exit the pool, please. Exit the pool, please.
As the swimmers of heat 3 extract themselves from the water, and the swimmers of heat 4 take their purchase. We'll see Omar Bastiani, Nathan Head, Christopher Mika, TJ Nelson, Matt Bergner, Lucas Kilvecki, Andrew Hickey, and Albert Carey III. Hopping into the water for heat number 5. Here we go. Starting with a lot of energy are all these swimmers wanting to establish themselves early. But we'll see them kind of slow down and kind of settle into a rhythm, a more sustainable rhythm. There's got to be something special going on in lane 4 because once again our leader is in that lane. That's going to be TJ Nelson, another freshman from Greenwich. He's being contested though by lane 5, a sophomore from Greenwich, Matt Bergner. Looks like they've settled into a nice even pace, all of our swimmers. With our 2 Greenwich swimmers right there in the middle of the pool, kind of leading the pack. It's the Greenwich show right now. freshman TJ Nelson hanging on to the lead there. Just below him on your screen, Matt Bergner, the sophomore in lane 5, both from Greenwich. Those are our 1 and 2 spots, about a second separating them. We're about halfway through this race. We're like 60, 65% of the way through the race. Lanes 4 and 5 still out to a very strong lead, very much setting the pace. At least a half a lap ahead of the rest of the group. And there's the bell for lane 4. That's TJ Nelson, freshman from Greenwich. Lane 5, 4:59.73, just under the buzzer there for the 5-minute marker. Well done to the two of them. Representing Greenwich very well. Swimmers making their way for their final pass down the water across the pool. Well done to all of our swimmers here. No easy feat. No easy feat is the 500-yard freestyle. I'm absolutely positive that I would not be able to do it anywhere close to 5 minutes. So hats off to all of these guys. As they remove themselves from the water, we get ready for heat number 5. Eight more swimmers coming your way. Here comes Marcus Ruggiero, Mikhailo Shinek, Jacob Christensen, Jack Smith, Ryan Kenny, Connor Welsh, Brennan Carreri, and John Astol. Here we go. Again, it looks like lane 4. Yeah, lane 4 out to a lead there. It's Jack Smith, and you'll never guess which school he's from. That's right, it's Greenwich. pace is Greenwich for these last 3 heats, definitely. This looks like this is their event, the one they've been training for. Although, we've got Ryan Kinney in lane 5, the junior from Glastonbury, making a push. It's pretty much neck and neck between the two of them. Let's see what the scoreboard says with this wall touch here. Ooh, touching the wall nearly at the same time there. Lane 4, Greenwich touching the wall at 153.69. Glastonbury in lane 5, 153.81. 0.2 of a second difference there, not even. So a little bit of a contest happening this time around. Glastonbury giving them a run for their money. Once again, only, whoa, wow. 0.9 of a second separating 223.74 to 223.63. Jeez. And to the naked eye, it looks like lane 5, Glastonbury. Ryan Kinney, the junior, has taken the lead. Just barely, yeah. 253.29 for him. 253.73 for lane 4. And it looks like they've settled into the pace that they're going to try to maintain for the rest of the race. And the pace they've chosen in lanes 4 and 5 is neck and neck. I love it. I know we're looking at an overall winner, but I do enjoy watching the individual heats and seeing who comes out on top in each grouping. And do I see another lead change? Yes. Yes, by just a hair. Greenwich has taken the lead once again. Let's look at that scoreboard. Greenwich, 352.37 to 352.70. This is going to be a close finish. I love it. Thrilling, thrilling stuff. Here comes Greenwich. Jack Smith wanting to keep the trend alive from the last couple of heats. And he gets the bell. And here's where they both turn on the jets in lanes 4 and 5. Keep your eyes at the middle of the pool. Lane 4, Jack Smith from Greenwich. Lane 5, Ryan Kinney from Glastonbury. Ryan Kinney's going to have to kick on the jets right about now if he's going to make a move. Looks like Jack's got it, though. He's about a body length ahead. There it is. Jack Smith from Greenwich. First place in this heat. 4:49.67. Ryan Kinney from Glastonbury, second place in this heat, 4:51.62. Very impressive. Looks like we're going to close the pool for another 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Here we go.
Okay, our next event is the 200-yard freestyle relay. This is heat number 1. Mr. Referee.
Hello, Weehaw and friends. So glad you guys could join us. We're back. It's event number 9, 200-yard freestyle relay. Here we go. We got some swimmers taking their perches. Looks like we've got 5 lanes active, lanes 2 through 6. Here we go. Lane 2, Greater New Haven. Lane 3, Fairfield Ludlow. Lane 4, West Hill Stamford. Lane 5, Hamden. And lane 6, Shelton. Once again, this is the 200-yard freestyle relay. The freestyle stroke being implemented on all swimmers here. 4 swimmers per team. Each swimmer responsible for 50 of those yards. So 1 pass down and back per swimmer. And according to the scoreboard, looks like lane 4. Something special about lane 4, man, I gotta tell you. That's West Hill Stamford right now. They're in the lead. The 3rd swimmer just hit the water. West Hill Stamford, 4th and final swimmer in the water right now. They just touched the wall at 1:10.7 seconds.
Very high, yeah.
It looks like the record's going to stay intact. That being set up back in 2014, Fairfield Prep, 123.18, the Class LL record. Greenwich in 2015, 123.77. And today, this heat, lane 4, West Hill Stamford, 133.09 seconds. It's the first heat in the books. Only 3 heats on this event. Each team competing as a team, no individual swimmers. It is a relay. So handing off to your teammates is how we will go about this. Stepping up to the pool now, Enfield, Suffield, Southington, Glastonbury, Bristol, East Hartford, and West Haven. 6 lanes active.
Hey, this is heat number 2. Heat number 2, Mr. Referee.
Nice clean entries there. And you never want to call it too early in a relay. You never know who's going to hit the water and with what kind of ferocity. But it looks like Glastonbury out to a strong start. They're in lane 4. rest of his team. There's the third swimmer hitting the water for Glastonbury. They're in a beautiful position to maintain the lead throughout the rest of this heat. For Glastonbury is in the water and well ahead of the rest of the pack. They are more than likely to coast right on in for a first place finish this heat. And there it is, 129.52 for Glastonbury. Well done. Lanes 5 and 3 in second and third place. It'll be Bristol and Southington. Well done, well done, well done. I don't believe I gave you the official results for the 500-yard freestyle. Looks like Jack Smith from Greenwich, the senior out of Greenwich, was able to do it. He was able to pull ahead of the rest of the group. Well done to him. He's our first place finisher for event number 8. And we move swiftly along back to event number 9 here. The 500-yard, or rather, excuse me, the 200-yard freestyle relay. 6 more lanes of high-impact action here. We'll see Ronald Stratford, East Lyme, Greenwich, New Fairfield, Norwalk, and Manchester. There they go. Though in lane 5, not going down without a fight. They're coming at him. We might see a bit of a lead change right here. There it is, out by a hair in lane 5. Let's see what the scoreboard says as the next swimmers hit the water. Ooh, 109.34 to 109.67, lane 5. New Fairfield taking the lead, but Greenwich fighting back. Greenwich going to take it. Out ahead is Greenwich. Lane 4. It'll come down to the last stroke, and lane 4, 131.48 to 132.15. Impressive swims from all of our swimmers there. 3 quick heats, and we move on to the next event. So it looks like we're going to be taking another quick break, a 5-minute break between this event and the next. This was event number 9, the 200-yard freestyle relay. The next event we'll see will be the 100-yard backstroke. We're going to have 5 heats on that one. Back to our individual swimmer setup. Right now, some swimmers entering the pool to warm up, to limber up, get themselves together for the next event, stay warm, perhaps. We can go quickly over our winners so far. Remember, this is the CIAC Boys Class LL Championship qualifier, the prelims here. And event number 1, the 200-yard medley relay, Glastonbury was able to take that, 143.38. Event number 2, the 200-yard freestyle. That was Charlie Coben of Greenwich, the senior, able to finish that one 145.43. Event number 3, we saw the 200-yard individual medley. Colin Beccaria, also from Greenwich, 2:01.52, able to grab that one. Event number 4, the sprint to the finish there, the 50-yard freestyle. Peter Walsh from Glastonbury, a sophomore, 22.02 seconds. Very, very speedy. Event number 6, right, that was Christian Sanchez, the junior from Norwalk. Did it in under a minute there. 50.87 seconds. Then we saw in event number 7, Charlie Coven, the senior from Greenwich, 48.05 seconds in the 100-yard freestyle. Event number 8, that was the 500-yard freestyle. Jack Smith out of Greenwich, 4:49.67. Those are all of our official results so far. As soon as we have an official result for event number 9, I will bring that to you. But for now, a few minutes of a break before we hit event number 10. Once again, that'll be the 100-yard backstroke. You're watching WHCI. My name is Chris Prentice. I'm greatly, greatly appreciative that you are watching WHCI. And I'd be greatly, greatly appreciative if you would share the link with a friend or a family member, if you would hit that subscribe button, if you would see what else we're up to. If you were watching the program earlier, I let you know that there was the Teen Wellness Fair happening at Hall High School. It began at 1 p.m. It's 1:42 now. You can head over in person. You can get there. It's 975 North Main Street, West Hartford, Connecticut. Head on down. It's in the cafeteria. It's open. It's for teens, by teens. It's a totally free event. Head on over and check them out. You can also check out our coverage right here on WHCI. You don't have to leave the comfort of your couch if you'd like. You can take a look right here on our YouTube channel and see what's going on with that event. Either way, we appreciate you. Oh, look at this, hot off the presses. I told you you'd have to wait a minute, but you don't. Here are the events, event number 9, the official results. The 200-yard freestyle relay, Glastonbury took it, 1:29.52. And they've been doing very well in the freestyle events. We'll see what the rest of this swim meet has in store for us. Give us a couple of minutes, let the swimmers warm up. Let's get the pool ready, and we'll see you for the 100-yard backstroke. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, move forward, please. Yeah, this event is the 100-yard backstroke. This is heat number 1. there, guys. You need to get out on the number 1.
Hello folks, we're back. Here comes event number 10. We got 5 heats on this one. Here comes heat number 1. It's the 100-yard backstroke. And they're off in lane 3, Jackson Schmidt. In lane 4, Jack Theron. And in lane 5, Kelly Biasetti. A sophomore and 2 juniors representing East Lyme, Enfield,
Jackson!
and New Fairfield. Lane 4 out to an early lead, touching the wall first there at 33.92 seconds. The other 2 swimmers at least a full second behind. That's Jack Theron, junior from Enfield. There's the first place finish by lane 4. Jack Theron in heat number 1, taking that first place spot at 109.24 seconds. Excellent race by these 3 swimmers. Coming up, we'll see a full pool in heat number 2. Maxwell Estava, Caden Paradise, Maeve Flynn, Ibrahim Nazem, Benjamin Mao, John Cron, Micah Gallam, and Alan Pertel. So you'll see in the water in lanes 1 through 8. In that order. Here comes heat number 2 of the 100-yard backstroke. Looks like lanes 3 and 5 going to be duking it out. I think lane 5 out to a slight lead. And there's the wall touch, yeah. Oh, very slight. 30.46 seconds for lane 5, 30.89 seconds for lane 3. Lane 5, Benjamin Mao. Lane 3, Maeve Flint. Just like that, lane 5 able to extend the lead and secure that first place spot this heat, 103.14. Well done to Benjamin Mao. Taking a look at the record, John Montesi back in 2016, able to set quite a record, both the state and the Class LL record, 48.44 seconds. Very fast, impressively fast.
Well, I was
We'll see if anyone can come close to something like that this time around, but goodness gracious. It's going to be a tall order. Here's heat number 3, Troy Torres, Connor Clark, Brendan Gallant, William Hanna, Ethan Peralta, Jeffrey Chang, Kyan Lord, and Samith Vangapuram. That's who's in the pool in that order from the top of your screen to the bottom of it. Saying all day, it looks like lane 4, man. There's something about the water in lane 4. Maybe it's a little thinner right there. I don't know what it is, but that's your leader right now. William Hanna out to a nice strong lead. Going to touch the wall here and wrap it up. 55.01 seconds for William in lane 4. Representing Greenwich, the senior. Great race. And as they remove themselves from the pool, we get ready for heat number 4. We'll see Advik Singh, Jackson Lai, Holden Kudla, Aiden Palaj, Calder Kelly, Carter Orlando, Elena Chalfant, and Miguel Hayes. Officials discuss the situation. It looks like one swimmer jumped the gun a little bit. Let's see what they decide. That's unfortunate. Looks like that's going to be a disqualification, unfortunately. Let's see officially what happened there. I think they're discussing the situation with him. We'll see what the actual determination is in a moment here. But before the buzzer went off, it looks like one of our swimmers actually hit the water a little early. And this is why we have officials on site, so that they can make the correct determination, see what we get here, and see what outcome we land on here. You know, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of variables here. It looks like they're going to allow him to compete. He's hopping back in. All right. No DQ this time. I love it. I love it. We got a nice fair race. He's back in the water. Hopefully that doesn't shake his focus. That's lane 5 there. We'll keep an eye on him. That's Calder Kelly, the freshman out of Greenwich. We've seen him do very well this week. We'll see what we can do. We'll keep an eye on lane 5 and see what we get there. Looks like lane 4, though. Aiden Palaj, the senior from Bristol, is cutting a path down this pool. seconds. I love it. Aiden Palage, the senior out of Bristol. Well done to him. The only swimmer in the pool able to wrap it up in under 53 seconds. All right, we're going to accept those results at the judges' table. They're clearing the pool. And here comes heat number 5. The 5th of 5 heats. Here in the 100-yard backstroke, we'll see Patrick Typa, Colin McFall, Nathan Sharon, Hunter Bodie, Wynn McCarthy. I don't want to make too much noise right now. All right, and they're off. Wynn McCarthy, Abrahaj Hada, Sebastian Kuzik, and Eric Coleman in the water right now. It looks like lane 6. No, that's lane 5. 26.57 seconds. That'll be Wynn McCarthy. He's the senior out of Greenwich, and Greenwich has shown up today. They continue to put on a show here for us. There it is, locking it in, 54.78 seconds. Greenwich High School. Wynn McCarthy. And in second place, 54.86, also from Greenwich, Hunter Bodie, the junior.
Hey guys, my bad, Okay, up next is the 100 breaststroke. This is seat number 1. Mr. Referee.
And we're moving along to the next event. Here comes event number 11. There's only 12 events on the docket. This is number 11, so we're getting down to it here. 100-yard breaststroke. Three swimmers in the water. Owen Crazia, Diego Ruiz Perez, Zayad Badir. A sophomore, a senior, and a freshman from Enfield, East Hartford, and West Hill, Stamford. This is heat number 1 of 5, looking at the 100-yard breaststroke. Taking a quick look back at those records, I always like to take a look at the records to see what we're up against, who was the best of the best. The state and Class LL records both set in 2018 by Oliver Russ. 54.25 seconds. Let's see if anyone can come anywhere near that. That is so fast. That's very impressive. Let's see what we get here. This one in once again, lane 4. Lane 4 grabbing that first place spot this heat, 127.05. That's Diego, the senior from East Hartford. Diego Ruiz Perez. Kizun Hee, Jonathan Simmons, Zachary Omaro, Naomi Shubin, Jin Hun, Dylan Kreutzmann, and Daniel Oladupo. That's who's in the water in lanes 1 through 7. Except now that I look down at the water, I was looking at my sheet here, it looks like we have 2 scratches there. Lane 6 and lane 2 are empty. So only 5 swimmers in the water there. Lane 3, 1 minute, 11 seconds, and 59 tenths of a second. That'll be Zachary Umaro, the freshman from Norwalk. And here are some official results from the 100-yard backstroke, event number 10. Advik Singh from Glastonbury, the sophomore, grabbing the first place spot overall. Very well done. 30.17 seconds. Heat number 3, this is event 11, the 100-yard breaststroke. We'll see Evan Perez, Andrew Corrado Jr., James Martinez, Gus Schumacher, Connor Welsh, Jonathan Kim, Daniel Oliveira, and Nazari Dimitrico.
Okay guys, this is heat number 3. Let's go ahead.
Again, Greenwich showing their stuff. They came to play. They came to swim. And as these swimmers remove themselves from the pool, we'll see heat number 4, or rather, excuse me. This will be heat number 5 coming up. William Krzyzewski, Dan Lee, Bowden Pavlicek, and Ryan Grissi Imani. Lane 4 touching the wall first there, Beckett Krzyzewski. That's Manchester High. That's Beckett Krzyzewski, the sophomore from Manchester High. Swimmers from Heat 4 extract themselves from the water as our swimmers for Heat 5 line up. Dong Kwan Yuing, Henry Taft, Luca Ribeiro, Colin Bucaria, Connor McMahon, Theodore Crawford, Leandro Pinto, and Tucker Haynes. Also from Greenwich, 102.37. So we'll open the pool for open swim now for about 10 minutes. We'll allow some swimmers to get limbered up, to get warmed up for our final event. It'll be event number 12, the 400-yard freestyle relay. And this one's always a good time. You'll see in a minute here, or 10 minutes rather. You'll see in a bit. We'll have 2 heats of that. 4 swimmers per lane. Each swimmer responsible for 100 yards. So each swimmer down and back twice. It's always a good time. It's always a lot of energy. It's just fun. But for now, some relaxing backstrokes, some relaxing freestyles up and down the pool for swimmers to reacclimate themselves to the water. To open up the shoulders, to get the knees, the hips, the ankles, everything back in working order. everybody for this big finish. Thank you all again for joining us. We'll be right back in a little bit. You're watching WHCI, and I encourage you one more time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check out the other goodies we got here. I told you we got hockey, we got basketball, both in the postseason, both doing quite well. Going on today, we've got the Teen Wellness Fair happening at Hall High School. If you can't make it in person, we're covering it for you. It goes until 4 p.m., so about 2 hours left on that. If you want to go ahead and check that out, you can do that right there from the comfort of your own home. Or you can head on over to 975 North Main Street. The cafeteria at Hall High School has been set up. It's an event totally free for teens, designed by teens, as a way to relax, as a way to kick back, as a way to de-stress. You can check them out, the Teen Wellness Fair. We really appreciate you guys for your viewership. Stay with us. My name's Chris Prentice. You're watching WHCI. We'll be right back with the 12th and final event.
will be heat number 1. Mr. Referee.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, swim fans, we are back for our 12th and final event. This is the 400-yard freestyle relay, and what a blast it's going to be. Pool's going to be pretty full. In lane 1, we'll see Greater New Haven. Lane 2, East Lyme. Lane 3, Bristol Boys. Lane 4, Shelton. Lane 5, Manchester. Lane 6, Southington. And in lane 7, Hamden. 4 swimmers per lane, each swimmer responsible for 100 yards of the swim, and they go all out. Taking a look back at the records here, the state and Class LL records, both set in 2014, both by Greenwich. The state record, 3 minutes, 0.59 seconds. The Class LL, 3 minutes, 2 seconds, and 6/10 of a second. We'll see what we get today. But those times are nothing to sneeze at. I'm excited to see Greenwich hit the water because they've been doing pretty well in the freestyles this time around. Here we go. Bam, they're in. Let's go.
Like lane 4. All day I've been saying it, but right now they're in the lead again, 23.54 seconds. That'll be Shelton out to an early lead. But a lot of swimmers yet to hit the water, a lot of laps yet to be swum. We'll see what happens. Shelton hanging on to their lead, touched the wall there first, the only team to touch the wall, sub 50 seconds, 49.87. Every team on their second swimmer now. Shelton, the first team to make it to their third swimmer, 141.14. If they can keep this pace, they might have a shot at overtaking that record. Shelton onto their fourth swimmer, along with a few others, but Shelton still in the lead in lane 4. 232.19, touching the wall. It looks like the record's going to slip out of grasp, but Shelton is still in the lead. Taken by 3 seconds. Manchester in lane 5, 320.43. to 3:23.52. Shelton taking the second place spot. They held it down for the whole race. And right at the end there, the anchor swimmer, so important. The anchor swimmer there for Manchester able to pull it out at the end. But credit due to his swimmers, his preceding swimmers, for keeping them in the race long enough for him to be in good position to overtake there at the last second. You gotta love that team effort, that teamwork. We got some official results from event number 11, the 100-yard breaststroke. From Manchester, the sophomore, Beckett Krasuski, your overall winner, your overall first place finisher in the prelims. Under a minute, the only swimmer here, under a minute in the 100-yard breaststroke. 59.51 seconds, very impressive. And here comes the final heat of the final event. Heat number 2, event number 12, the 400-yard freestyle relay. 8 lanes active. Lane 1 through 8 in this order: East Hartford, West Haven, Glastonbury, Greenwich, West Hill Stamford, New Fairfield, Norwalk, and Brunel. I'm keeping an eye out for lane 4. Greenwich, they've been so strong this meet and all the freestyle events, and it looks like this one's no different. They're not quite in first, but they're right in contention. They're in second place, right behind Glastonbury, but only by 0.2 of a second. And there's the overtake. Greenwich in first place right now by 1.5 seconds. Touching the wall there, their second swimmer hits the water at 48.93. Greenwich hanging on to their lead. They touch the wall there at 1:12.44. About to hit the water right now. There he is. And those underwaters very strong from this swimmer. Halfway down the pool before he emerges for his first breath. So important, so key. Look at that turnaround. 1/4 of the way down the pool before he comes up. Greenwich wants it. Just over the 2-minute mark, touching the wall at 2:01.87 in lane 4. But so important are these anchor swimmers, as we saw in heat number 1. And Greenwich, the first to get their anchor swimmer into the water. Here he goes, and he is off to the races. Look at this fella. They're able to get him in the water at 2:27.73. So unlikely we'll see the record broken here. But an impressive swim nonetheless. Greenwich in lane 4 cruising in for an easy first place finish. Wham, there it is, 3:16.46 in lane 4. Well done, Greenwich. Glastonbury in lane 3 right behind him, 3:19.85. Here's lane 5, West Hill, third place, 3:26.93. race by all of our teams here today. You love to see it. This competitive spirit, it's great. The energy in the room is high, high, high. They're going to blow the roof off this place if we're not careful. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. That's heat number 2. The final heat for event number 12. The final event. That was the 100-yard, the 400-yard freestyle relay. And what a time it's been. This has been pretty awesome. This is the CIAC Boys Class LL Championship Qualifier. We very much thank you guys for joining us for this. This has been a time. This has been a great, great time. There's going to be more action to come. We've got another swim meet following up right after this one. We'll take a little break. We'll let the swimmers warm up. We'll get them in place, and we'll let that go. We'll be broadcasting that as well, so you can stay with us and watch that. In the meantime, feel free to flip over to the Teen Wellness Fair happening over at Hull High School. If you want to get there in person, you can head over to Hull High School. They've got that going for another hour and a half or so. That's 975 North Main Street and down in the cafeteria of Hull High School. It's a free event by teens, for teens. You can head on down there and be a part. If you've got somebody in your life who needs to take a quick break and de-stress, that's a perfect place to go. We'll have coverage for you for that here on the channel. That's why it's so important to subscribe, so you can be privy to all the good stuff we got. We got some hockey games that just went live in the previous evenings, some basketball games. Don't forget, Hull High School has made it to CIAC Round 2. They've made it to Round 2 of the tournament. That game will be on Monday night, right there at Hull High School. We welcome you to come on out to that one. You can be there live. Cheer on our fellas. They're doing great this season. Finished above 700 in the regular season. But there's so much going on here in Weehaw. We got youth basketball happening tomorrow as well, both at Hull and Conard. The girls are playing at Conard, the boys at Hull. You can view that here. You can share the link to this YouTube channel with any and everyone that you know, and they can be a part of the community. For the community, by the community, right? Let's grow the community. Let's let everybody know all the good stuff we do here in Weehaw and all the great stuff we bring you here on WHCI. It's been a pleasure. My name is Chris Prentice. I thank you, and thank you again so dearly for joining us. I love you guys. You stay beautiful, Weehaw, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. So I know I said goodbye, But for those of you who stuck around, for those of you who are not faint of heart, you get a bonus. We're going to go one more time over the event results. Once again, this was the CIAC Boys Double L Championship Qualifier. And we can go through the event results one more time. Event number 1, the 200-yard medley relay. Glastonbury was able to take that one. They finished it in 1:43.38. Very well done. Event number 2, the 200-yard freestyle. Charles Coben out of Greenwich, the senior out of Greenwich, 1:45.43, and Greenwich was very strong in those freestyle events. We'll take a look at the third event, the 200-yard individual medley. Colin Bucaria, senior from Greenwich, did it in 2:01.52. The 50-yard freestyle. Peter Walsh out of Glastonbury, the sophomore, 22.02 seconds. Very speedy indeed. Event number 6, the 100-yard butterfly. Christian Sanchez, the junior from Norwalk, under a minute, 50.87 seconds. Event number 7, the 100-yard freestyle. From Greenwich, the senior, Charles Coben, took that one down in 48.05 seconds. Event number 8 was the 500-yard freestyle. And Jack Smith, the senior from Greenwich. Once again, I told you, Greenwich very strong on those freestyle events. 4 minutes, 49 seconds, and 67 hundredths of a second. Event number 9, the 200-yard freestyle relay. Glastonbury was able to grab that one at 1:29.52. Event number 10, the 100-yard backstroke. Glastonbury again. Advik Singh, the sophomore, at 30.17 seconds. Event number 11, the 100-yard breaststroke. Beckett Krajewski managed to grab that one, the sophomore out of Manchester, under a minute. The only swimmer here able to finish that race in under a minute. First place out of 32, 59.51 seconds. And the event you just witnessed, that final event, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Which school grabbed it? Well, who's been the best at the freestyle events today? Greenwich. They grabbed it, 3:16.46 seconds. Very well done. Very well done. An excellent swim meet, very competitive. I love to see it. And as the pool clears and we get ready for another event, you guys, once again, you can stay locked in. We're going to have it here for you on WHCI. There's another swim meet coming up, coming right up for you. So if you're into the swimming, we got you all day. Here we are. Once again, my name is Chris Prentice. You're watching WHCI. Hit that subscribe button. Share the link with a friend, a family member, whoever you can think of that needs to see this. Have them join in. For the community, by the community. We love you. Stay beautiful, and we'll see you next time.